enemy. Jesus Christ came to show us the way we should do it. That's what they're here for. They didn't come, but they hear what the Lord wants us to learn, how to learn it, because we have been educated also. All of us have been educated. Schools have taught us things. He said these words, but I didn't finish reading. But I say to you, love your enemy. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those who hate you. And pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be sons, means adult children, sons of your Father in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil. You see it? He didn't make a distinction. So he wants us not to make a distinction. I bless those who don't acknowledge me, who curse me. I allow the sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward have you? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet your brethren only, what do you do more than others? Do not even the tax collectors do so? Therefore you shall love, you shall be perfect. Therefore you shall be perfect, just as your Father in heaven. How are you perfect? When you can love thine enemy. Perfection comes when we can love those who are against us, who do us wrong. That's perfection. Perfection doesn't come because we think we know the Bible. Perfection doesn't come because we have been prospered. Perfection doesn't come because God healed you from something deadly. Perfection comes when we can love our enemies. Who said it's easy to love? Who said it's easy? You know what it is to love someone that doesn't respect you, that admires others, who doesn't really have no true love in their heart to defend you, to protect you. You don't understand it until you sit in a situation like that, when you can see you're actually working against your well-being, your advance, your success. They're not there for you in your corner. You find them in your enemy's corner. And they say, some of them will tell you they love you. But their action speaks louder. What does God tell you then? They're against you. Because sometimes the hardest thing is not that someone who against you, that comes against you. The hardest thing is when someone who sits at your table turns against you. When someone who sits at the table is not there for you. You're there for what? They can eat, what they can participate of, what they can get out of you. Because when they can't get any more, then maybe you might see their true colors. They can't do without you because that's their supply. You know, the disciples are scared to lose Jesus Christ because he fed them. He gave them enough, they earned enough finances from the ministry to support their families back home. You can't just have a family and run off into the ministry. Who's going to feed them? Who's going to feed your children? You see? So he did. And yet one will keep stealing out of it, taking what he wants. When he couldn't get, you see the hatred shut up in his eyes. The anger. Because if you look at someone, when they anger with you, and you can see the hatred in their eyes. Because sometimes people come around you who hate you. And they don't know, they cloud it, they hide it. When you look, wait for a moment and keep looking in their eyes. And see, when things are difficult, if you're going to see love. or if you're going to see that anger, that hatred. They do you wrong and hide it. That's what he thought he would do. But he was exposed. He was exposed. There's actually, do good whenever the opportunity presents itself. Especially to those who do you wrong. There's actually no reason at all, not to do good for someone. There's no reason. You can't. To have someone to meet their need. There's no reason. In our nation we cry out to the world, tell the world on TV all the time, we are the greatest nation. And all they're talking about, we are the biggest gods. That's why we are. But you go to certain nations and their citizens have welfare. They have medical. What is your greatest needs? Food, housing, when you get sick, your medical. A nation is great. A king or someone over us, the governor, president, whoever it is great. Not because of his education, how rich he is, how formulated his speech may be. Someone's greatness is proven in how to take care of those in need.
Amen.
Yeah, that's right.
What if God said, on the greatest, he said, whatever happens, I want you to be mindful of the widow. In his days, the widow was a beggar. And the orphan. Why do you think he raised the dead? If you look careful, Mary and Martha was going to become what? They had no husbands. They had a brother alone who was the supplier. When the brother died, what were they going to become? Beggars. If you look careful, he walking down the street and he saw a funeral coming. And he saw this woman weeping behind this coffin because that was her only son in the coffin. And he stopped the car. He said, lay down here. He said, boy, get up. You still have work to do. Long you have. And when he was leaving, he told his disciples, listen, this is your mother. Take her home and do what? Take care of her. Because it was his responsibility as the oldest. Back then, the eldest son always got double with us because he carried the responsibilities of the home. So we see the gospel should be in our hearts continually. Yes. Who says it's easy? It's always good. So as they walked around, these priests and high priests, and so two priests, two very related. They didn't say two Jews, two other Jews. No. They went to the highest point in their religion. Two priests saw one of their own hurting, dying. They walked around him. So Jesus Christ had to make a point. One day sitting there in church, and there was a man, his strength is not in his stature. A man, his strength is not in how strong he is. A man isn't a man because he gets attention. A man isn't a man because he has 100 women. Man is a man how he provides love. How he provides for those that are in his care. How he takes care of business. His responsibilities. That's why I hear You got to grow up and be a man. You have to grow up and take on your responsibility. And if you're failing your responsibilities of caring for those placed in your hands, and you're trying to become a man because you're looking for attention outside, or you're trying to prove you're stronger than the rest, or you're taller, or you're bigger, or you're whatever, you're only fetching out in air. You're grasping at air. Manhood is proven one way: responsibilities. Amen. When we grasp that reality, when you can lay your life down, that what love is. I'm tired of hearing this love business. I really am, you know. I'm tired of hearing it. And sometimes when things that someone's supposed to do, don't do it, and then my wife are coming around. I love you. You do? Well, your action for so many last months didn't prove it. Oh, I feel good about you because of what you're doing for me. That type of love is for the birds. Yeah. It comes and it goes. True love is to do what's people depending on you. True love is to do what is right. True love has nothing to do with emotions. That's for the birds. Leave the birds chirp in the tree. True love is when they do what is right. When you stand by the person's side, the true love is not this: I'm there with you, what I can get. No, you have nothing. I'm sorry, but I'm out of here. That is love. When somebody a friend gets angry with you, you did something wrong, and you walk over and you start giving your attention to another friend, another person. That's true love. That's not love. Some people will never learn those truths. True love is to lay your life down. Don't put yourself first. Put others first. Don't give up though. Did I read Matthew 12? They're going to share this. These Jews, they're carrying on. And here Jesus Christ was in church. And here he was. There was a man there, I said, he couldn't work. So, because one of his hands was paralyzed. So he only had one hand. So, how much can he earn? A person like that can barely feed himself. And he had an accident and something happened to him. Here his home would be struggling. And here he was. He came. And he stopped there. Jesus Christ watching them, all them watching him. Is he going to work on the Sabbath? Is he going to work on the Sabbath? You don't tell them the parable before, you know. Listen to what it says here. And behold, there was a man who had a withered hand. And they asked him, saying, and they asked him, I'm going to try to entrap him. Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath? That he might accuse him. Then he said to them, oh, he could have said, oh, you hypocrites. He could have. Then he said, what man is there among you? Anybody, put up your hand, right? Who has one sheep, and if it falls into a pit on the Sabbath, will not lay hold of it and lift it up. Of how much more value than is a man than a sheep? Therefore, it is lawful to do good. So let me say, wait a minute. Because it's your sheep, that's yours. You see? This is my own. But the man who lay on the ground, dying on the Sabbath, you see, it's never your problem till it's in your backyard, right?
Right.
And it's like how certain people go on TV telling we ain't going to do this or we ain't going to support this. And then they find out they have the same problem in their home. And the next day on TV,
Yes.
we're going to do it. Those kind of people just don't allow them to go back on the air no more. You're changing your mind, get out of politics. Because ever the party had, I'll kick them out right away. Because the party stand for this. And you change your mind, they ain't not with us no more. Kick him out. If I'm a crook and you want to go honest, I'm sorry, you got to leave. You understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
You have to see the integrity. Crooks have, a lot of crooks have more integrity than certain people, upright people. You know?
Yeah.
Huh? You have to not be till it concerns you to want to do what is right. You ever ask somebody, help me to do this, and they don't. When it comes to the personal, they have all the time to do things for themselves. Oh no, I don't want to go through that difficulty for you to help you. But I go through difficulties doing things that are wrong,
Right.
because it's self-interest. He said this. Then he said to the man, stretch out your hand. And he was made well. But the Bible tells us, sometimes, you ever set out doing good. Even somebody tell me the other day, I'm glad for that message I heard a few weeks ago. So I started to go backwards on my job. Then I had the zeal to do certain things. And then I started complaining on my job a little because you weren't being fair to me in this. But then he was reminded, no matter what, you have to give thanks for whatever, because still putting bread on your table, right?
Yeah.
Reminded us, he came to church, and the message, this message to remind us, or to tell some of us, turn from your selfish ways.
Right.
Some people do good, Let me share something. Some people come and give you, but sometimes you tell them pass you by. I'd rather stay hungry. Y'all experienced it. They give you $10, but they want $100 back out to you.
Yes.
Should you tell them keep the $10 when you needed it? Some people do good, but they don't want to do good. Doing good to everybody because all the seeking is to get back.
Right. Yeah.
Gimme. And sometimes they don't even realize they're dealing with unsavory. As long they have their goal, their point of view, they satisfy their longing, they satisfy their heart, and they don't even see they're wrong, I've met people like that. They come do something for me, trying to honor me with something, then on me asking to do, and they always want to remind you of what it did for you.
Oh, man.
Some of you want to take back what is yours. Yeah. Just.
Right.
I heard a joke once. This person came to stand at the gates of heaven. I'd be partially kind of Catholic because they said Apostle John or whatever. One apostle was standing at the gate. And we had to prove what he did good to get inside, right? So he started saying, yes, I saw a guy one day and needed 50 cents in his hat. And another time, I threw this, and then, so the Lord asked John, so you remember they're going to be judging, right? Do you think it's enough for him to come in? The boss will give him back his $1.15, tell him to go there. A joke. You know something? It takes away the joy when somebody only give you themselves, not to say they want back from you more than they're willing to give. Come on. You're supposed to give, not want back. Oh, I need that. You have to do this for me. Now you got to do this for me.
Right.
But how much are you giving? You give. Don't measure what you're getting back. That's what the Bible says. Be careful. With the same scoop. You see, that's why some of us don't get back nothing, you know. And the enemy, you find out. He said, with the same scoop, you measure. So if you measure with a scoop that has a measurement, no, here. You have to listen to that parable carefully. With the same scoop that you measure, it shall be measured back to you. So that means, you took a scoop, a 1 ounce scoop. You scoop 1 ounce to give the person food.
Wow.
Yeah. Somebody need, and put your hand, don't give me that bigger one there, please. And you scoop. Here you are. Man, meet your needs above and beyond. And the Lord said, man, I don't have a big enough scoop to scoop back to this person. Scoop! Scoop back. We're the same. He said, be careful that you're measuring all the time what you're giving out. That I don't measure, but you have to get back.
Right.
Sometimes you will say, how come, what's this parable mean? But Jesus Christ said, and a lot of my colleagues, let's look at the parables, pass over the parable. They don't worry about it. And say, you know, it have to go, everybody should go to not everybody, they should go to the first parable. Look at the same first parable. The word of God is being preached. And according to how you take it, you talk about the sower. The sower sowing, one fell on stony ground, next one fell on this kind of ground, next one fell on that kind of ground, and one fell and said, what do you mean with that parable? So let me share something. If you can't understand this one, how are you going to understand the others? He told us, you can't learn, teach this one properly. How are you going to reveal the other parables to the people that come before you? Get to know this parable first. Get to know this parable. Because not everybody can change their heart. You know that? Because, we forget. God says, I created the heart. I can cause it to receive. But no, you can't say, Lord, make my heart receive. God doesn't force us to receive. God doesn't make us. If we want to, we really want to know it. He can help us. I gave you ears to hear. I created the ear. I can help it to hear. Why did he say about the people who go to church all the time? Their ears have grown dull. They're not learning no more. They're not hearing no more. The ears have grown dull. Well, Lord God, you know something? Give me a wax job, please. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
God can give us a... Some people come to church, sit down there and ask why. I didn't feel like coming to church no more. Why? Nobody. When people start talking like that, their own heart is deceiving them, They're doing things that their heart have no time to want to come. The moment you start doing wrong, you don't want to come where you can be corrected. Who goes to school and don't do homework? Is there any kid, anybody goes home with homework, don't do it, and they want to go to school? No way. So if you get, what I was trying to tell you, what is church?
School. Bible study.
School, right? The school. Is the finest, should be the finest of all Bible schools. Because you don't learn as quick as we talk. We really don't. Because you don't have time to, listen, you ever saw somebody working 2 jobs and go to school too? How fast do they finish their education? Doing 1 job in 1 school is almost impossible already, right? What we're doing 2 jobs and going to school. You know, so we're saying something, but I have to take a break from work for me to go back to school. So wait a minute, how can I be busy doing what I want in life and have time? You see, we have to talk to them. You can't say, I love you, because that's the emotional stuff. That Jesus Christ said, if you love me, do something about it. Put an action to what? Put an action to your love.
Yep.
Do something. Do something. And what is something tell you to do? Obey my commands. Keep my word. That's your job. Who believe keeping God's word is our word?
Amen.
He said, our work, you can go and read it in the Bible. Our work is to believe in Jesus Christ. That's our work. So our work then is to hear and obey.
Amen.
Right.
So you see, when we start taking that, we start putting it together, we start getting a picture of what God wants from us. You know, some people come because the church has some entertainment in it, or you get a lot of attention. No, I didn't come to everybody, but I came. I share something. When I came here to the U.S., I didn't come to stay. In the church where I was going, I had Bible classes. And guess who was there? I was there every service. I was there for the Bible classes too. And I'm listening to the Bible classes, but it was TV Bible classes. But everybody in the class laughing and making jokes. And you could have seen my face, I frowning because I'm listening and I'm making my notes. You know, one of the guys that say, you know, so we got to keep quiet because he wants to hear everything was being said. He's serious about coming to the classes. You see, after a while, it stood out. I didn't come, I wasn't going to them, hey, Brother John, hey. I came for a reason. You go to a restaurant to talk to the people, I'll eat your food. Especially if it's good. You see what I'm saying? I went to a restaurant to eat. You came to church to hear, to learn, to hear. Maybe in church only because you came to sing a song, or you get somebody looking at you and you can look back. And, you know, all of that, is that what you came for? Then be satisfied. You know, the Lord says, so according to your faith, let it be unto you. Then when it comes time for the test, and you fail the test, then only so many times you can fail a test, you know. Only so many times you can fail a test. I hope you don't meet Apostle John standing by the door. You see, y'all like, see, how come all y'all heard that joke? I'm going to give people ask you what else did they talk about. Will you all be able to write down the rest? Y'all going home tomorrow. I doing that joke, Apostle John, you heard that one? Yeah, give him back $1.50. Don't give up, good. You see, life. You know, I'm going to tell you why. When you're young, right here looking at 2 prime youth here, I'm a face. And that is, life is going slow.
Yes.
Full of dreams and listen, now what I'm going to accomplish and what I'm going to to, man, the person that seems with it. That appears to slow down a little bit, hold on a little bit. You know what I mean? But let them fly. Let them hit the sky. You know why? Never limit a man in his dream. I was young, too young. When you got a certain age, you know what this ambition kind of fades away.
Yeah.
You just want to enjoy the moment. You want to enjoy, you see what I'm saying? Enjoy what you have. But you can lose it, you know. Enjoy what you have. Nothing you much. Is that what you got? That what you respect. That what you honor. That's what you respect. That's what you honor. You ever saw, ask somebody who close to you, what do you think about me? I hope they don't tell you anything negative. Especially someone who say they love you. Ask them, what do you think about me? If they love you, you'll hear it. They won't bring up all the negative. Because love will be in their heart. You know why I say love? There is no true love, only the negative will come out. Why did I say no true love? Because love covers a multitude. So true love will never see the wrong. You are following me? True love. Never sees the wrong. Galatians, don't give up. Galatians chapter 6. I love that scripture there that Andrew Lucia gave. I said, leave it right. Okay. That's by the Spirit. That's by the Spirit. I want to read it to you. So we're going to get there, but I want to read it again. I was going to read it up front, that's not. Read it in the end. I'll read it down, we're going to read it in the end again. Command those who are rich in this present age, now, not to be haughty, don't act prideful, not to trust in uncertain riches, but in the living God, who gives us richly all things to enjoy.
Right.
They're not ours, they're for us to enjoy. Let them do good, that they be rich in good works, ready to give, willing to share, storing up for themselves a good foundation for the time to come, that they may lay hold on eternal life. Why do we do good? We just read it. That we may lay hold on eternal life. Why do we allow God to change us? That we can truly love one another. If something is troubling you, if something is bothering you, if Jay was doing, do you know, Jay and I traveled for many years, right? The first time I took him out, I was like, man, why did I drop him back off? But you know, we started to realize things that wasn't blending, so it started to change. What do? You change if you respect the relationship. You change if in a relationship you want to be pleasing. You can't do something that you want to do knowing it's displeasurable to the other. And especially if Jay came and said, Pastor, you're doing so and really hurted me. What should I do instantly? Stop it and never do it again, right? Or even if I can't see it, what do? Make sure I go and pay close attention to my life. Because if I'm not saying I'm doing it, and he is, then I'm doing something wrong, and I'm not even noticing. I'm not even paying attention. But if I enjoy what I'm doing, and I don't care how he feels, I may continue. How long is the relationship going to last? Only if he keeps sacrificing, right? Okay. Simple, right? Only if one keeps sacrificing. And many in this room know sacrificing. Sacrifice. You're giving and you're giving and you're giving. You really get back nothing. The person will take. And the wrongs that they're doing ain't stopping. They're stopping the wrong, you know. You know why? They also want like that. They're also taking that too. Don't give up in doing wrong, doing what is right, though. Don't give up. The Bible says here in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. You know, people say, give me a break, give me a break. Yes, I want to give you a break. But can you stop also hurting me? Can you stop? And if you hurt me, what should you do? What is your responsibility? Heal me. Remember, it's hurt. You wounded me. Because we talk about hurt feelings. Let's go there. Because you know why? When you hurt somebody, you don't see it on the outside. It's in the soul. You don't even walk around. Wounded souls, broken in their life. Want to know, Ben, you know what? The person who did the wound, who's responsible to heal the person who wounded in the soul? Who's responsible? The person who is, this is God's side. I'm not talking humanity. God said, if you did this to somebody, you supposed to restore and not just do back to the heel. So even I'm gonna give an example about somebody breaking the leg, right? This is Bible, you know. You have to learn Bible. If I dug a hole in my yard, I was planning to put up a fence or a beautiful pillar or whatever. It was a good size hole. And I know you're coming to visit, but you're supposed to walk over my driveway. And my hole is in my lawn, right? And I didn't cover it. I left the hole uncovered. But that day it came, you were rushing, it kind of late, and it came down the lawn. Didn't know it was dusk, turning dark. It fell in the hole, breaking 2 legs. What's my responsibility? I can say, well, you know, I'm making all excuses. You should have walked down the walkway. You should. No. My true responsibility was to make sure I had covered the hole. So if I carelessly didn't cover the hole, you fell in and hurt yourself, then I'm going to do something about it. But this is what the Bible says. Because you break your 2 legs, you can't go to work. Let's keep it that we have this fancy pants. Well, we don't have much of that here in the U.S. anyhow. Some jobs do. Some jobs do. You know, very unique jobs. You still, if you go to the government, you got it automatically.
Right.
But some jobs don't have no medical. Let's say you on a job, you have no medical. I gotta come, take my money, pay his bills, because he broke his 2 legs on my job. I gotta come, he can't clean his house. I gotta come, sweep his house. Now I come in his house, and I sweep it, and he grumbling. I told him, forgive me. Oh, man. Nah, forgive me. I forgot to put something over the hole. I forgot to tell you where you come. Don't come down the lawn. And so on. Forgive me, please. You tell me forgive. I'm forgiven. Does that stop it? Does that put your 2 legs back together? You still hurting too? You still can't go to work? Can't pay your bills? Can't clean your house? Can't cook your food? Some people think you got to say, look, the worst part, don't tell somebody you're sorry when you do something wrong. The word sorry isn't the word forgive me. Sorry is you feeling bad, it happened to me. You know, so I'm feeling bad, you fell in the hole. It's your own fault. You should have walked down the steps. You see, I'm sorry. But I haven't accepted my fault, my response, right? So a person said, forgive me that you broke your 2 legs. Forgive me. But that doesn't stop him from hurting. Now I can say sorry. So I clean the house and he grumbling. I said, come across Nathan or something. I really am sorry what I did to you. Now I can go with him. I have to go with him. I have 2 broken legs. Hold on. 3 months. They didn't need to get fixed back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I come there every day. And every day, there's something else Nathan mad about. Then I said, Nathan, man, I tell you already, I'm sorry. Well, I'm telling you, I have nothing to do with it. If you were careful, I mean, cleaning my own house, paying my own bills. I could get up and check on a girl and look at long time. No, I don't visit her no more. Somebody else will pass there and not take it away from me. Okay, so Nathan's mad. Can I say, how many times do I have to tell you sorry? No. I keep saying I'm sorry. I keep proving. I have to prove, because saying the word sorry means I'm hurting inside. I'm hurting that I hurt you. After he's healed, God said you were over. You're going off to work. This afternoon, you have plans. All the girls cologne there, the side they waited this afternoon. I'm going to be walking past and strutting next to the house, giving that girl living. You're going off to work that morning. The Bible says, I have to give him a bonus. I paid all his bills, you know. I cleaned his house, showered him, washed him, did everything. Cook his food. I was dealing with all. You can't take care of 2 homes. So I had to do it all. And when he felt anything, you're going off to work. God said, so when you come and say, I'm sorry, and don't want to hear the person complain about it no more, you are wicked. If you know you are wicked, then your pastor telling you today you are wicked. Because you even ask for forgiveness. All they're saying, sorry. Yes, you're sorry. Saying the same thing, the kid get caught. He's sorry. But tomorrow he's still stealing.
Yeah.
He didn't ask for forgiveness. Forgiveness, he said, start with forgiveness thing, there's going to be a change. But there's only, I'm sorry you caught me. Next time I'll make sure you don't catch me. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Are we understanding the difference between asking for forgiveness and saying, if you do wrong, please don't let a person know you're sorry. You're only feeling sorry for yourself. You did wrong, you're feeling sorry for yourself too. Wait a minute, you won't even nothing for me? I'm the one to be sorry. You have to ask me to forgive me. I've got the 2 broken legs. And you want me to feel sorry for you that you left the hole open and I break my 2 legs. Come on, Nathan. What do you mean you break 2 legs? No. I'm planning to go out to you tomorrow. No, I've got to go by myself. Some people talk like that.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Some people in relationships do these things.
Yeah.
They don't even know that by me healing him, when he finished healing, you know how complete I'm going to feel? You want to feel complete? Do what is right. When I watch Nathan walk and I know I made a mistake. You know, man, Nathan will see me, he can tell his friends. You see that man there walking? He messed up. I have great respect for that man. I give him a hard time while he's cleaning my house, while he's doing everything, and not once he choked me out. He did what was right by me. And when I was going off to work, he gave me a bonus. People want people to look up at them. They want it for free. How did I get Nathan to look up at me? By doing what is right. That's true love. The man who fell on the wayside, you think you're going to have respect for those priests? You think you're going to want to go to church again? You think you're going to convert to being a Samaritan? Yes. That's how Christianity losing people, because we're not doing what is right. When somebody, that man, see that Samaritan passed, he said, there goes, man. I had to respect that man. The world ain't going to point to him because he's the best businessman or the best engineer or he has the best clothes, the best donkey. Or no, that man did what was right. People want attention. They want attention like, hey, you got to give me attention. You got to look up to me. I'm hurting. And do what is right. You get healed, and people will honor you. And what you want, you'll receive. People don't get respect without doing what is right. Okay? You do what is right, you get it. Nathan could have been a sinner. And I'm supposed to be a Christian. Nathan find himself, hey, John, you going to church tomorrow? I come walk. Can I go with you? Is there good looking girls in church? Come on, people. Isn't that life? Huh? Praise the Lord. Looking for girls, they looking to get married, huh? Praise the Lord. Don't grow weary. Then let him, listen to what it says here. Look at verse 9. And let us not grow weary while doing good. While I was doing good to heal him, I couldn't grow weary. I had to keep doing it. Don't grow weary, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all, especially to those who are of the household of faith. Let us do good. Let us truly love one another. And I don't know, give thanks. Not only do good, not to give thanks. Don't come giving thanks on the birthday or when you feel guilty. Give thanks just for the joy of it. Let them see the love that you carry. You know, sometimes people make mistakes. Do you know how much I see people make mistakes? You know what let's do? That's part of that. I look at the good side. Right? No, I like things right. No, if you say, Pastor, are you a person who like to have things right? Yes, I do. It belongs in this place. If you use it, put it back there. Everybody who know me know, you won't come and find something that belongs there. I use it somewhere. That hasn't been, I'm not saying that happens every once in a while. I do make mistakes. But why did I put it there? Because I know you coming after me, and you coming straight there to look for it. Do you know when I'm driving in traffic, do you know I think of the people driving behind me? Well, now, let me share something. When you're driving in traffic, there's other people, even people behind you that wants to go where they're going. Do you know sometimes somebody like hasty? Pull aside. No, some people drive in the middle road. No, it's like, you see them slow down. Go down. They were driving 35 and a 25 miles or 40 and a 30. And you come in, and you can see how they're going on 25 miles, 24 miles, 25 miles. Isn't that wickedness? No, you have the time. Pull aside. Put this thing in the light on, put aside. Let a person go their ways. Who are we to oppress somebody and say they're not right, they're wrong? What about you're driving, and you're not considering, you're parking, you don't think about it. There's people who are coming after us. There's people coming after us are going to use what we left behind. And that's why the Bible said, don't just live today like the world is yours. There are children coming after us. There are people coming after us. Think of those who are coming also. Don't want to be concerned with what you see. Once you start living like that, you know something? People can't point fingers easy. You're going to make mistakes. Love one another. Love one another is a great call. Give thanks in all things. Appreciate whatever. Appreciate. You know why people, why do you want to change your car if your car is driving good? You're not really appreciating it no more. You want to have a new one? Huh? Why does people want to change the spouse? Come on. Here to use, everybody change the spouse at least one time. 50%, 60%, no, I heard it. Okay, why? Because we don't appreciate. Huh? Why would I compare my car? Look at that car, it's a better looking car. I want to have that over there. Why do you compare your spouse to someone else? Why do you admire another person and you have your own spouse to admire? Why do you have eyes looking at another person, another spouse? Sometimes somebody else's spouse. You're looking at them, admiring them. And you have your own, you don't have time. You know, you can't admire two, you can't serve two. You don't love one and hate the other. And you look in the eyes, you're going to see who do really respect, who do really admire. If they have hatred in the eyes for you, they're going to have attention and love and eyes for someone else. Learn to have love for what you got. Learn to like what you have. Learn to respect what you have. Learn, be grateful. Come on, let's give a hand clap. Learn to be grateful for what you have, because you can have less. Don't ask nobody. Learn to appreciate and give thanks. You know, you get a half a glass, so you come and you go to somebody else, can I have some water, please? And the person bring out the half glass. Couldn't you fill it up with free water? You know, so people live like that, you know. Man, I wish I didn't marry him. Man, he is not kind. He doesn't do what is right. I like him. He's very gentle. You ever notice the grass on the other side and they've also green? Look at this. I cut my lawn yesterday. And I took my time, cut it nice. Looks good. Look almost like a carpet. I know when the neighbors will look at me, man, this lawn looks good. You know my lawn doesn't really look good. It looks good because that cut. It was full of holes. I have no grandson and me raking, patching holes in it. But you can't see the patches until you literally come and stand up over there. You got to rake and scrape and put some seed down on the ground. Huh? He's better than my husband. I look at him, I admire him. I wish he was like that. Yeah, you're doing that, but you know, this one. You know? Do you know that's what happened? That's how failure has happened in relationships. Because your eyes didn't stay home. You know, people have wandering eyes. You know, I met a man many years ago. I'm telling you, 20-something years ago. Do you know when you see a Budweiser, sign, right? Budweiser, commercial beer. No, I don't know so much. I don't even notice it. But before, they have the car, we have the sponsor, a car. They have the beer. You will see the beer in the car easy. Because they got this awesome looking, I didn't say, this awesome looking person in front there, busting out. Listen, when I come, I walk inside, and I see a side of that, I avert my eyes. Let me tell you why. The longer you look, they start comparing what you got. Do you know you don't have to be physically doing wrong? If you imagine, if you only imagine you're doing wrong. And Jesus Christ said, let me tell you all something. You all heard it said, it's wrong to commit adultery. But even if you look in your heart, no, sometimes we don't even know we're doing it in our heart. And in your heart, you lost it. You give your eyes your admiration for something. Your eyes, isn't it what your eyes is the lustful part of your body? What caused Eve to stumble? She looked at something that was awesome. You go and look at a new car. You go and look at a new suit. You go and look at a new dress. You go and look at a new thing. And suddenly, I want it. So it's in the eyes. Keep lost. The Bible says so. So that if you give your eyes forgive my eyes to the poster, I'm realizing I can be standing in front of the Lord. And the Lord say, you say you love me, but you can't keep your eyes straight. And in your heart, when you do that, the enemy has come. You say he loves you. You say she loves you. Look at her right now. She's claiming she don't do wrong, he don't do wrong. Look at them right now. And the enemy pointing. Come on, church. If we don't learn the nitty-gritty and the importance of the gospel, what's the use we sitting in church? It's a natural. If we can't learn how to protect ourselves from the enemy, because that poster, it is made by honest people. If you're advertising a beer, why isn't the beer on the poster? And if you're supporting a racing car, why isn't the beer in the racing car the poster? What does the woman have to do on the poster? She doesn't drive. Huh? She is there. Going to be used by the enemy for one reason. She looks better than what I got. And God saying, And the devil said, you see? All I had to was put a poster. Then I have to show them what the real thing said. You see, you can't avert your eyes. Keep your eyes in your pocket, as they say. You can be doing wrong, and God said, you say you love me. You can't stop it. Come on. You come out of jail because you couldn't afford it. When steal, I tell people to go to prison. As you come out of prison, use your time in prison. Now, people went back to school. I said, make people go back to school. Church, everywhere. I said, people back to school. Go back to school. You're in prison, use the time. Government is paying to get the education. How long are you here? 3 years? But when you come out here, at least have a 2 degree under your belt. Why? Because the government is paying to sit on the side here. They're going to feed you. And you have all the free time. And the government is going to educate you. One guy said he wanted to study a particular subject, and the president of the said, no, we don't pay for that one. Well, he said, let's pray about it. 2 weeks later, he got a subject. I said, if you don't do it, you come out, be satisfied with your earning. Don't look at your neighbor because he's driving in another car. He's working hard for it. So you go to work. Oh, you're working? Oh, you're working for McDonald's? Oh, that's okay. I'm going to come there and eat. And 2 months, 2 years afterwards, I want to come sit on your office where you're managing the McDonald's. Because why? God gives us favor. Yes. Give God thanks for what you got. Amen. And God shall prosper. Yes. Give thanks for what you got. And you shall be grateful for what you got. Yes. You shall rejoice in what you have. You don't have to look at something else because you're going to be happy. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be saying, Lord, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. Be grateful. Nothing is perfect. Nothing. Nothing. No one is perfect. We can find fault. Even if something was perfect. Do you know we as humans can find fault with it? Who think Jesus Christ is imperfect? I know you all didn't expect that one, right?
No.
Who in this room believe Jesus Christ is imperfect? Nearly every single one of us do. When you question him, why am I praying answered yet? Don't we sometimes say you answers in perfect time? So then why do we question him?
Right.
You only question something that's not. See? So we all do. It's a weakness we have. Guess what we are? Humans. That's what God said. I know how you were created of dust. Don't worry. My ways are above your ways. I'm going to love you for real. And I'm going to help you to try to learn like I love you. Don't say you love me and act like you love me like I'm doing you a special favor, Lord. You love me because I'm providing for you. I first loved you and provided eternal life for you. You see? Let's love. Bible says, let's love for real. Let's stop telling people I love you. Let's stop giving people cards and signs and pictures saying I love you, but still doing something to hurt one another. Let's write what you're doing painful to somebody. I'm going to tell you, who wants to work to find success today? Who wants to find success? Anybody?
Yeah.
Write on a paper what your spouse is complaining you about. What they don't like. Take it to the Lord and say, Lord, I need help. Now you're starting to do something to show your love. Now you start showing something that, Lord, I want to change, to stop hurting the one I love. Don't ask the one to be greater in their ways. They're humans too. Stop what you're doing to test their love. Take what you're doing wrong. There's no way from that. Don't talk to the Lord. When you write it on a paper, write it out the way you do it. Put some detail. Put some detail. Then go and go in your sanctuary and say, Lord, I have something I want to present to you. I need help. Read my note, please, Lord. Help me. Help me to want to change.
Yes.
Help me. Help me to want to change. If you can't do that today, and you're doing wrong to somebody, and with the evidence, you have no true love. If you forget to do it today, and you remember tomorrow, run and do it tomorrow. But salvation is not tomorrow. Salvation, I'll give you homework for salvation. Who take that homework for salvation right now?
Amen.
What I just did.
Amen.
Give it. If you don't like your boss, and Bible says appreciate your boss, don't work hard only for the good boss. Work also hard for the bad boss. Write it on a paper. Lord, help me to appreciate my job. Give me the strength to appreciate what I have. Write it on a note. And say, Lord, help me. Help me. Stop finding fault. Help me. I'll give you also homework to prove your love. We find fault with the Lord. Why do we prosper? Did I run out of time? Yes. I'll leave it here. We continue why we prosper. Why do we prosper? Why are we in hell? You see, you got to know it now. We serve a God that wants us to come to run our race without a hindrance. You see? If you want to, wait a minute. If you hear you're building a church in Africa and you don't have enough finances, shouldn't the Lord give you so you can give? You know, it's written like that in the Bible. Go read 1 Corinthians chapter 10. And pray that if you don't have to give, that you supply it, He give you, that you may have enough, that you may also be able to give. Come on! I should read Andy verse, not Andy verse then, the scripture he used. this morning, the Lord's verse.
Amen.
The scripture was used, let's do good that we may store up something unto eternal life.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Let's give God thanks.
Thank you.
I don't want to come, I don't want to be that guy who stood at John. I want to stand before the Lord, and the Lord has to put out a list. And he even asked what I did. I'm going to know. I want to hear, just like you want to hear, well done. Because you know what? People think that word servant is for pastors. It's for all of us. If you obey the Lord, you are a servant.
Amen.
When you stand before the Lord, he said, well done, a servant. Enter. No give back $1.50. Enter down into my Father's kingdom, into the pleasures of my Father's kingdom. That's why we give this message today. That we can remember. Let's go back. Let's go back to our first love. Let's go back to our first love. Hallelujah. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord God, for your goodness and your tender mercy. That you're mindful of us continually. You're so mindful. Sometimes we ask why you're so mindful. Knowing, Lord God, that we are not deserving of it. But Father, it's your great love that you have towards us that knows no boundaries. You don't find a reason not to love. You find a reason to love us because we are imperfect. Your love is demonstrated to us. You don't love us because we show our love to you. You love us because we are so imperfect. You have proven your love to us. And therefore, Father, we want to say thank you. Thank you for your goodness and your tender mercies towards us. Thank you for your love. Help us. Help us that we may grow up to be truly children of you, your children. That we walk in this earth and be the light and the soul you long and desire for us to be. That your name will be glorified. Help us to grasp the understanding, but that we don't wait for the understanding, but we follow you because we believe. Therefore, Father, we want to say thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Bless your children this day. Allow your face to rise and shine upon them, that you may continue to be gracious unto them, but also your countenance, that you may grant us favor, not only with you, but with our fellow man. And this we do, Father, in Jesus' name. Let the church say,
Amen.
God bless you all.